YouTubers, this is Kid Cat coming to you. I had a slight problem today with these headsets that I had prior before. I had them in black. I was happy. I went on the forum, but didn't know how to do it. So what happened was, is I can hear the sound of the games, but I couldn't chat with anybody. So I went on the forums and I found out other method, but they don't say how to reset the chat. I called them today. I'm putting this up for you guys just in case you run into this problem. To reset the chat, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna hold down right here the chat and sound together. Both of them at the same time, you press down together. You'll hear like a beeping sound like it'll reset. Once you hear that sound, you let go and it'll reset it. Okay? If the PlayStation 4 isn't picking them up, what you do is you hold, let's say you get a PlayStation and you get these or whatever and they don't work. What you're going to do is that you're going to hold down the VSS and the mute down together at the same time, and it resets the whole thing so it communicates with the little dongle USB. Okay? And it also on the dongle USB, if you look very carefully, there's a little hole. If you get like a needle or something, you can stick it in there. You stick it in there first, right? And say it's not communicating with the PlayStation 4. What you do is there's a little hole in there. You put a needle in there. You let go. You put the needle in first because it's really hard to find once you plug it in. And then you plug it into the PlayStation 4 and you push in and you'll feel it goes in and then it'll start to flash. At that time, if your PlayStation 4 isn't picking this up, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the VSS, the virtual sound, and the mute button together. And that's how it pairs them up, basically that. But my problem wasn't that. My problem is I can hear the game. I couldn't hear anybody talking to me or anything at all. So my problem was actually with the chat because I couldn't chat with my friends. So what you do in order to reset that, which they don't have, which I found out, is that you hold the chat and the sound. You push them both together. And what that does, it resets the chat and basically all the chat so you can communicate with people. I couldn't communicate at all. So now another question I had was, how does it work? They don't really explain this. Found out from Sony, hey, I did the legwork for you guys to make it, we're gamers. This is how you do it. Basically, on the chat, right here, you hold it, it has 5. So basically, you hold it, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the maximum allowed you can go. To get it to go down again, you hit it again. That's what they said. And then to get the sound higher, you hit this one right here. And that's how it works. So to reset the chat, you can't chat with your friend or whatever the case is. Basically, you hold these two down together. Hold them down, push them in. You'll hear like a weird beeping sound, and you let go. And bam, you're ready. So the volume is here. And the sound. I'm happy with the headset. I have in black. I was stoked in black. If I would have known that, I wouldn't even taken them back. But fortunately, since Sony, you aren't open on Sunday, and then we do need work for our employees at Sony, please, Sony, give them some hours so we can talk to an agent. I know you guys like that whole texting stuff. Some of us, sometimes we need to talk to a person. Sony, you owe it to us. I've been with you guys longer than you've been here in the States. Before it came out in Japan, I already had mine. My friends made John Montana here in Coral Gables, Miami, Florida, and I had it with Ballerina to Shinden and Ridge Racer. My question to you is, where's my Ridge Racer? That is the flagship. And I hope, Sony, you're smart enough to make it only exclusive for us. Yeah, I'll be happy if you bring out the Ridge Racer for the Vita. That's a badass game. By the way, I love my Vita. I wish you guys would have done more with this. It is awesome. But, hey, I'll take what I can get, Sony. But I definitely want Ridge Racer and Ballerina to Shinden for... And I would love to be in charge of that. Make it happen, really. Hey, remember, this is a next-gen console. We need 60 frames a second. All right. KidCag.yahoo.com or KidCag. That's my gamer tag. I hope this will help you out. To reset the chat again, just push them down both together. You'll hear a beeping sound, and that's how you chat. Just in case you'll hear the sound of the game, but you won't be able to communicate with your friends. And that's the way you do it. You hold them both down together, these two guys, and you hold them down, and that's how you reset it. All right, YouTubers. This is from your gamers, KidCag. Hit me up. That's my ID. Maybe I'll hit you up, man. By the way, I surf. Don't drop in on us here in Miami, Florida. Respect the locals wherever you go. And Merry Christmas, guys.